G'day knife lovers. Today it's cleaver day. I have 3. But in this video we'll deal with this one. This one's quite soft. It's a MasterChef cleaver X30 steel, which is quite soft but easy to sharpen and resharpen in the field. I'll give it a new edge. There's really nothing here. It doesn't look damaged, so it shouldn't take too long. I've ground the wheel. I've prepared the wheel at 80 grit, which is 250 on the wheel. And I have, I'm going to set the angle at around about 30 degrees because it's quite thick. So I reckon 15 degrees per side is going to work well with this one. So, oh, perfect. Let's see how long it takes. Because it's a rebeveling, I don't mind doing multiple passes per side to start off with. Until I reach that apex. And then I will alternate sides. Nothing yet, quite a lot of old edge to go. And you might be interested in seeing this. You can see I'm grinding there. That silver bit on the top, that's the old edge. Right, so got a fair bit to go. Let's try 3 more per side. And of course I'm using the US 430 rest, which is much deeper here, and so it will come up high in order to handle the cleavers. The normal standard universal rest isn't this high, and you have to do it from the front, which is inferior. I prefer edge leading. Still no burr, but we're getting there. Okay, some burr developing now. Now I have a burr on all sides. So I'm just checking my heels and tips, see if that needs any adjustment, and I think they do a little bit. So I'll tip this one in a little bit more. And lean it back to get that heel nice and finished. Better. Yep, it looks good. So now I will grade the wheel a bit finer. Take it to 1,000 grit. Or because I'm using a 320 plate, remember we use the 3 times rule. So 320 times 3 is about 960. So I would call it maybe a 950, 960. Provides a nice fine but toothy edge. And you should be able to hear the difference. Less crunchy sounds. Nice. This time with lighter pressure. Helps to erode some of that burr. Makes less work on the leather machine, on the leather wheel. That's it. Now, Just because it's a cleaver doesn't mean it gets a pass when going for all the tests. This should pass all the tests that I use a regular knife for. Now I've got a couple of facets on the back and the front. I'll show you what I mean by that, which I will fix now. See that? Unacceptable. The back's okay, but the back of this one, see? Unacceptable. But the tip's okay here. So I've got a tip on this side and a heel on this side. Is that right? A heel on this side and a tip on this side. So to fix the heel, what I'll generally do is I will tip the knife in towards the wheel to make sure that I'm getting that slightly, of course, this is just to exaggerate. And to fix this tip here, I'm going to make sure that I come in like a knife and gently transition to the main facet. A little bit more. A little bit more. We'll do this tip first. And that can sometimes be caused by rushing away from the tips and the heels. Remember, the tips and the heels get less work, less time on the wheel than the middle of the edges, because they start and then move off, or they come in and just sort of finish halfway. And that is now perfect. So I'm going to just check for my engineering eye to see if they're even, and I think this needs a bit more work. Much better. And fully even. See, no facet there. No facet there. No facet there. A little tiny facet at the back there, which I'm not going to worry about. Okay, I am going to worry about. Now perfect. Okay. And now we can all sleep at night much better. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. over to the chrome oxide on the wheel, which I recently discovered. I thought it was 6,000 or 8,000 grit, but it's not. This is half, up to 1/4 to a half micron. At a half micron, this is 60,000 grit. At a 1/4 micron, it's 93,000 grit. So that's a huge difference. But regardless, it's what I use, and it works beautifully. So I feel for the burr side up always. And the reason I do that is to weaken the back of the burr so that it comes off easy, rather than just, attacking it fully from the burr side. No, you massage the back of it, you polish the back of the burr so it gets thinner and thinner, and then it falls off much easier. Could be one of the secrets why I get such sharp knives, don't know. I'm using the gripping method for alignment, and that is where I use, when I lay the knife down, if it grips, then I know that I'm on the bevel, because there's more surface area on the bevel than there is on the apex or the heel of the bevel. And so when I find that gripping point, I know that I'm there. Sometimes you have to press quite hard to find it, and then I lift it up a little tiny bit to favor the apex, just a little bit. You can see that if I had that other wheel on here, that would be running right into that now. Another benefit of not having a wheel on here is that I can keep the honing on the same plane and angle as the grinding, which is perpendicular in my case. If I was working on a stone, then you would want to hone at that same angle. So you don't want to be fighting these grooves, you want to be working with them. Thanks to Outdoors 55 for that tip. Alex over there is really helping us all with his research, and it makes perfect sense when you think about it. So I'll do 2 or 3 passes on this side. And over on this side. Now lighter pressure as I work the apex a little bit on its own. And by that I mean I'm up right on the tip of the bevel. And all these little things, they help to get the magnificent results that I seem to be getting. The Tormek, of course, is magnificent for this because it keeps it all even. Love this system. Now, Tormek recommends, and I do too, you use the meat of your fingernail. Don't push hard, you're not trying to amputate. And you just run it gently on there and it should be icy smooth. Which that is. So that's done. No more. That's finished. Or is it? No, it's not. Kangaroo strops next. So you'll notice that I'm only doing this section because if I do this, then of course we're going across the grain as well of the knife. I don't want that. I want to do this section fully, then I'll do that section fully. It doesn't take much. 5 to 10 strokes is all you need. And sometimes I swear I can hear the metal coming off in little crackling sounds. I don't know. Could be imagining it. I'll do this part. Trying to keep it on that bevel, if anything, a little bit raised to catch that apex, which is really the only bit we're concerned about. Might even give this one a best test and see how we go. Just a couple of diagonals, just right at the end. Probably wouldn't hurt that much. Okay. Let's see how we did. Great entry. Good glidage. Perfect, perfect edge. So, let's have a look at it under the microscope. That looks magnificent. Beautiful, fine, lovely edge. But let's give it a bess. Now that YouTube has started to pay me a few cents, I can afford to buy more clips. How good is that? Right, let's have a look. $70. Well, that's just magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful edge. And of course, no problem with this. Oh, do we get swing? Not much swing. But yeah, so that's the MasterChef. Stainless X30. So you can see that the quality of the steel, this is like a medium high quality. The quality of the steel doesn't determine its sharpness, only the edge retention. So by removing the root of the burr, which you do on the kangaroo strop, the edge retention is increased dramatically. And I have this from anecdotal evidence from meat workers and butchers. So that's definitely a great result. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button. Thank you.